Kia ora, and welcome to the CoreLogic Property Market Update for Haki here, December 2024, brought to you by Loan Market. As we round out the year, the anticipated turning point for the market is taking longer than expected to eventuate. According to the CoreLogic Home Value Index, Aotearoa property values continued to fall in November, down 0.4%. But this was a reduction compared to previous months, where the rate of decline averaged 0.9% from May to August. Looking back, nationwide values are 3.5% below the same time last year. In Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland, the total fall is 6.1%. Te Whanganui Atara, Wellington, 5.8%, and Tauranga, 4.3%. Meanwhile, values in the more affordable main centres range from a more modest fall of 0.7% in Kirikiriroa, Hamilton, while Ōtautahi Christchurch and Ōtepoti Dunedin property values are 1.5% higher than a year ago. Across the other main urban areas, values in Tairāwhiti, Gisborne, down 6.2%, and Whangarei, down 5.5%, saw the greatest declines, while Ngā Motu, New Plymouth, up 5.3%, and Waihopai and Invercargill, up 4.6%, experienced the largest increases. The disparity across the country is not easily explained by one factor, but likely a reflection of a combination of influences, including affordability, local economic health, and the impact of significant weather events on particular regions. The map of 12-month change clearly shows a tale of two islands, with values flat or up across Te Waipunamu, the South Island, and mostly down across Te Ika a Maui, the North Island. The year began with momentum following last year's election result. However, reality appeared to set in after a few months, as improved investor regulations on their own weren't enough to materially boost property demand. Now that those changes are coupled with lower interest rates, and therefore better financials, we expect growth in demand, sales and values to improve. Our estimation is that the year will end with about 80,000 real estate transactions completed, a 15% increase on the sub 70,000 that occurred in 2023. A record 26.1% of sales in 2024 went to first home buyers, as they battled to make the most of a quieter market. Their activity in November did dip slightly to 25.5%, from the October high of 27.7%. However, it still remains high by historical standards. Multiple property owners continue to make their presence felt. Their share of November's transactions increased to 23.1%, the greatest share since November 2021, roughly the previous peak of the market. It remains to be seen how much the debt-to-income restrictions will impact the investor market in particular, but expect them to feature by the second half of 2025. Expectations of another 50 basis point cut to the official cash rate at the next monetary policy statement (MPS) release on February the 19th is likely to see the post-holiday market keep up the recent momentum for the turnaround in property values. At the last MPS of the year, the 50 basis point cut was well signposted and delivered by the Reserve Bank, so it was their framing of the future cut which got the most attention. The Monetary Policy Committee made it very clear they are comfortable inflation should remain under control, which will allow them to provide the economy and weakening labour market the support it needs to not only end the current recession, but set up for a welcome return to GDP growth in 2025. From other economic quarters, we've seen the government called on to add fiscal support too, but for now that appears to be a story for later in 2025. In the meantime, the stagnant economy and increasing unemployment will act as a constraint on future property growth, though we do expect falling interest rates and their flow-through to improved affordability to trump those constraints as an influence in 2025. Following the 15% lift in transactions in 2024, our sales volume model forecasts another 12% increase to roughly 90,000 transactions in 2025. With that, we might see an increase in property values of 5 to 6%. The summer could tell us a lot about what 2025 has in store though. We'll be keeping a close eye on listings levels and sales performance throughout. For a suburb level review of the year that was, make sure you check out and download our Best of the Best report, and follow our news updates on the CoreLogic NZ social channels, including LinkedIn, Instagram, X or Facebook, to keep your finger on the pulse over the summer break. Don't forget to download our latest monthly chart pack and subscribe to the New Zealand Property Market Podcast on all good podcast players too. Have a safe and relaxing holiday season. Mā te wā.